against the oppression of man's obsession to control things. Look at the long line of make-believe kings, and the Lord of the Flies wants you to kiss his ring. Follow new rules with invisible strings and become a puppet in a diabolical scheme. How do good men become a part of the regime? They don't believe in resistance.
You are listening to the Atheist Antidote Show.
Vous écoutez l'émission d'Antidote Athée.
كنا تستمع إلى أظهار ترياق الملحد.
Che si sta ascoltando lo show Antidote Athée.
You are listening to the Atheist Antidote Show.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brock Lawley. I am the Atheist Antidote here on my mini podcast and elsewhere, specifically and originally YouTube. Thank you for listening. Today we're going to talk about a curiosity of mine, and that is, if you went to college and you're conservative, you've run into, as hard a left as a mindset as you can possibly get, from the professors to the students, etc. One of the biggest curiosities to me when I was, intellectually dealing with these people, and since then it's only grown in curiosity, is the fact that they're real ashamed of the titles that describe their ideology by way of populist thinking. For example, they'll espouse hardline Marxist talking points, literally from the pages of Marx. You'll call those talking points, those ideas, that ideology, you'll call that Marxist thinking, and they'll be like, whoa, pump the brakes, Marxist thinking. What's all this slander you're talking about, Brock? Why do you got to call everybody a Marxist? And I'm like, because you just espoused Marx word for word, and now it's appropriate for me to call you a Marxist. That would just be common sense. The same thing is true for socialism. You have Occupy people walking around New York City, literally talking about statist redistribution. You'll call them a socialist, and the panties will get in a bunch about you describing their socialist talking points as socialist. Now let's just take a moment, breathe. I know what is essentially happening. These words have been, they've been tarnished, they've been soiled by their track record and their reputation on the pages of history. So what essentially the modern day, leftist, Marxist, statist, socialist is trying to do is sort of repackage. Take that big pile of turd, put a little spit shine on it, get some shiny metallic wrapping paper, get a little bow, and repackage it for a new generation. So I know that's the reason. That's the only reason I can think of. But it's a really interesting, and I want the open-minded listener to think about how that doesn't go the other way. And there should be a scratch and itch of curiosity as to why it doesn't go the other way. For example, I'm a free market capitalist who believes in individual liberty. I'm a capitalist. If I talk about Thomas Sowell's economics, if I talk about Reaganomics, if I talk about cutting taxes and how that's going to raise all boats, so on and so forth, if you come back to me and say, wow, man, look at this conservative, I'm going to only welcome the tag of conservative. I'm wearing that badge very proudly. Moreover, that would be an appropriate thing to say when I just talked about conservative economics, conservative worldview, etc. So to the on-the-fence listener who has an open mind, who's not drinking leftist Kool-Aid, ask yourself, why is it that one side runs like cockroaches when you flip on a New York City apartment light? And why does the other side openly embrace the opportunity to espouse, articulate, and put skin on conservative ideas? Ask yourself that question. Because if you ask yourself that question, you're probably going to ask yourself another question and another question. And before you know it, you're going to be a conservative. Thank you for listening. You are listening to the Atheist Antidote Show.
You are listening to the Atheist Antidote Show.